Oh yeah! What's up, everybody? My peeps! How's it going, you sexy bitches and you other pieces of garbage? It is I, your tribal god of extreme, Peter Joseph here for another video on this Wednesday evening, and you know what that means. Time for another video right here on the Peter Joseph YouTube wrestling channel, youtube.com/Peter Joseph. Make sure you like the video, hit the subscribe button down there, you know where it is. And if you don't know, it's in the description box. It shouldn't be that hard to find. But subscribe to this channel and my other channels as well in the description box. Show your love and support. You leave a comment if you wish, but don't leave stupid comments because you go bye-bye and get sent to the Shadow Realm where you'll be gone for good. And if you don't like that, cry me a river, bitch. And that's that. Follow me on social media, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Gotta be real there. If not, you go on there too. Share the video all over the internet, but most importantly, tap and slap that goddamn bell, because it's there for a reason. Turn on all notifications so you don't miss the next video. And if you miss anything on any of my channels, you're pretty much SOL. And if you don't know what that means, you're SOL. Look it up if you don't know what it means. Look it up. And that's pretty much that. Or, as they say in Discworld, that, as they say, is that. And then we move on with that. Alright, so like, share, subscribe, leave a comment if you wish. Hit that bell to get more. And if you're new here, and you like what you see, you want more, hit that bell. Welcome to the party, pal! We really hope you enjoy the ride. Sit back, relax, grab yourself a cold one, whatever you got. I don't care if it's water, or it's juice, or it's Pepsi, or whatever you got. But sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. And if you like it, great. You know, get out of here. Go fuck yourself. Because I don't need you here. Get out of here. Go on somebody else's channel with 5 subs. But it is what it is. You'll watch because you love me anyway. And I love you too. And that's pretty much it. Alright. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Wednesday evening, June the 12th, 2024. Just about to hit the midpoint of June. And then next week, actually next Thursday, is the official start of summer. Oh, it's going to be a great 2.5 months. Really 3 months until we hit the fall in mid-September. So, gonna be exciting for the next couple months. And that's that. But hope everybody had a great day. It was pretty nice here in the Northeast. It's gonna be, got a little hot today. Tomorrow's gonna be even hotter. And then Friday, it's gonna get hot. I'm gonna get red hot. Right near 90. But it's gonna rain a little bit to kind of cool down for the weekend. Not much, but it is what it is. So if you have any Friday afternoon, Friday night plans, you might wanna bring an umbrella and maybe stay inside. But weekend should be fine. And that's pretty much it. Wherever you may be. If you're in Florida, you're still getting a lot of rain. It's gonna last pretty much for another week or so, on and off. So, we got that. And what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? That's pretty much it. And if you're in Puerto Rico, well, you have no power, which sucks, because it is hot down in Puerto Rico. And, been that way for a long time. The weather down there is hot, rains on and off. What happens, Puerto Rican, electricity is not the greatest in the world, but God damn you, William Yuta, stay out of Puerto Rico! Somebody banish William Yuta to the Shadow Realm and get him out of Puerto Rico, please. Get him off this planet. For all I care. But we're probably gonna see him tonight on Dynamite. I don't even give a shit. What? Speaking of Dynamite, we got Dynamite coming up at the top of the hour. Should be a epic show. We got an epic match coming your way tonight. Will Ocean Spray defending his Intercontinental title against a man who he fought in PWG at Bola 2016 and had an epic match. Oh, this one's going to be even better. It's going to be a banger against Bray Phoenix. We got that. Also, we have a TNT qualifying match for the ladder match at Forbidden Door. We got Dustin Rhodes and Mr. Scapegoat himself, Jack Perry. Should be interesting. We got Mercedes Monet, the CEO, otherwise known as the boss. She's going to be taking on some chick from CMLL named Zeusix. Zeusix, I can't even pronounce it. So, we got that. That's, by the way, Zeusix is Stephanie Fakurs, who's from New Japan Strong, the women's champion there. She'll be there, probably, to look on at her friend, protege, whatever she is, go up against Mercedes, because they're going to be going at it for both titles, the TBS title and the New Japan Strong Women's Championship at Forbidden Door in Strong Island, New York. We got that. And we got a whole lot more tonight on Dynamite. Hey, that rhymes. And, that's pretty much it. I hate getting interrupted. So. My phone rings and I get, the message on the front of my phone, which is cool. Okay. Alright, we will move on with that. It's just my physical therapist calling me. I got an appointment tomorrow afternoon, so just wanted me to confirm it. But I'm busy right now. I'll call him in the morning just to confirm. Because I'm a little bit busy now. I had a long day of work and had other things on my mind. And I just can't focus right now. I got a lot of things on my mind, but now that I'm done with work and I'm trying to calm down, I had a nice little nap earlier. That's why my hair was all messed up before. Just trying to calm down. Gonna have my sensible dinner, probably after Dynamite. And then just enjoy Dynamite. I'm gonna have my sensible dinner. Hopefully be able to do my review later on this channel, later on tonight. And, just get ready for, what's gonna be coming tomorrow. Like I said, I got physical therapy tomorrow. I got other things to do tomorrow, and then I'm gonna hopefully have a great weekend. It's Father's Day weekend, so be nice to your pop. And if not, well, you're a bastard. Or as Michael Cole would say, a bastard. So we got that. So see what happens this weekend, and we're getting closer and closer to summer. Next Thursday, and then in about 2 weeks, we'll be done with June, and then we'll start the second half of 2024, 2 weeks from Monday. That's July the 1st. And, pretty much it. So hopefully all you had a great first half of the year, and if you didn't, well, hopefully the second half will be better than the first half. And that's it. Hopefully you won't have a bad second half like you had the first half, but take each day as it comes, my friends. Just take it day by day, as somebody I know just always says to me, but it is what it is, and that's that. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, on this Wednesday evening, getting close to Wednesday night, June the 12th, 2024, right here on the Peter Joseph channel. I'm Peter Joseph. If you didn't know that by now, I'm a content creator talking about the wonderful world of professional wrestling and other things. And if you like it, great. You know, go fuck yourself. And that's that. Before we start, I will be doing a video on the passing of Jerry West, legendary NBA player. If you haven't seen the NBA logo, that's him on the logo. An amazing player, with the Lakers, and, passed away today. So, I might do that video after Dynamite. And then I got a special, if I can get it up today, maybe do it tomorrow. I got a rant coming up. I got a 2-in-1 rant about how Elon Musk, our good friend Elon, the bitch CEO, whatever he is, the owner of X, or Twitter, well, he makes another boneheaded decision today, and now, if I don't understand why he did this, but if you like a comment on Twitter, or a status update on Twitter, it's private. So all the likes are now private. What? But you can still see it. If it's on your feed and you have all the people like you follow, or whatever it may be, you can still see how many likes they get. So I don't understand this whole private likes thing. Unless I think it's only if you see it. I don't know how that works. So I think it's just another bonehead thing that Elon is doing with X, or Twitter. And now you can't even call it Twitter.com. It's now X.com. So another reason why I hate Elon Musk even more. So I'll rant about that. And I'm going to rant about Joey Chestnut, the god of Coney Island, New York. Coney Island, Brooklyn, New York. We got the Nathan's Hot Dog Eating Contest coming up on July 4th, which is always a great event. Tons of people go there just to see him, and a whole bunch of other people, stuff their faces full of Nathan's hot dogs. Well, he ain't gonna be there. Why? Because he got banned, because he got sponsored by a vegan beef frankfurter company. So he's not gonna defend his title, which just won 10 years in a row, I believe. And they're trying to get the monster from Japan, Kobayashi, to come back and basically take the title off him. Well, so looks like there will be a new champ unless they, come to an agreement before July 4th, but I don't see that happening unless, something does happen. So I will rant about Joey Chestnut not being at the Nathan's Hot Dog Eating Contest. So I don't think there's going to be a lot of people there at Nathan's in Coney Island, July the 4th at noon, because when it starts at noon, it's broadcast on ESPN, I think. So, no Joey Chestnut, I don't care. No Kobayashi, really don't care that much either. But they're trying to get him out of retirement, so who knows with him. The tsunami, they call him. But, yep. All I have to say is, Nathan's, you done fucked up. It's not really Joey Chestnut's fault. If he wants to be sponsored by a vegan beef frank company, let him do it! Why do you think people flock from everywhere, basically? From Jersey, Staten Island, even Connecticut, all around Brooklyn, even in the city, they all come down. Like 40,000 people jam-packed at Nathan's Franks in Coney Island, Brooklyn, right off the fucking train. They come every year to see Joey Chestnut down like 6 million hot dogs and then drink a whole bunch of Pepto-Bismol. But they ain't gonna be doing it this year unless something happens in the next 3 weeks. But if not, then I don't think a lot of people are gonna be going. I mean, they'll still go just to go get frankfurters at Nathan's and have a good time at Coney Island, going to the amusement park, maybe going to see the Cyclones, going to see the fireworks that night in the city or in Coney Island. It's always a good time, but I don't know what's going to happen in 3 weeks from tomorrow. I'm hoping they reconsider and they have Joey Chestnut there, but if not, people are going to be pissed. I'm people. And, that's pretty much it. So, I'll rant about that maybe sometime tomorrow or over the weekend. But a new rant will come. And as you all know, I am the king of all ranters. So, and I average over 100 views per rant. So, what's that for the rants I put about the Rangers? Yeah, they got 55 freaking, it wasn't even a rant, it was just on my rant channel. I just felt like putting it up just to get the shorts hours up and everything, but it is what it is. But, what are you gonna do? But my rants that I actually do put up get tons of views. And that's pretty much it. But that's probably gonna be on the weekend. So, stay tuned on the rant channel this weekend. And also on my Metal Gut channel, maybe later tonight, for my rest in peace video to Jerry West. And that's pretty much it. But right now, I hope you're sitting down. I hope you got a cold beverage, whatever you got, getting ready for Dynamite coming up in a few minutes. But right now, ladies and gentlemen, it is time for your late and out-of-date NXT review for last night, June the 11th, 2024. And as always, we are emanating from Nickelodeon Studios at the Capitol Wrestling Center in rainy, windy, and Orlando, Florida. Alright, so this is the aftermath show from a pretty decent NXT Battleground, which happened on Sunday night in Vegas at the UFC Apex, which I don't know how they did it, but they did it. They transformed it. They got a lot of people in that building. At least 1,000 or more. Like maybe I felt like 1,250. I didn't get the exact number of people that were there, but felt like looked like over 1,000. At least. But it was a good show, good presentation, good matches. Couldn't ask for anything more. And maybe we'll get some events there, maybe some NXT TV shows there, maybe some more pay-per-views there, who knows. But that's pretty much all I gotta say about that. Alright, so now we're on the road to our next pay-per-view, which is Heat Wave, July the 7th, which is Money in the Bank weekend in Toronto, Canada, So, we got that. So, I'm going to start formulating the matches for that, starting next week. Not this week, but next week. So, we got that. Alright. So, as always, our commentary team of the man with the creepy jacket, and he gets scared by a guy named Jensen. Jensen! Not Jetson, but Jensen. And that's Vic Joseph and his commentary partner in crime, the color commentator, the man who smokes more weed than you do, but don't call him old because he'll give you the death stare, and that's the six-time World Heavyweight Champion and two-time Hall of Famer, Black Snow himself, Booker T, sucker! Alright, so we got that, and we move on. Alright, so last night's show wasn't that bad. We also had Cody! MDK Cody! You bitch! That's not my champion. So he's there to make a special appearance. Got a little interesting segment with Trick Willie, the NXT World Champion. And see what happens with that. And also we got Roxanne Perez and her State of the Women's Division address, which ended the show. So we gotta see what happens with both of them and see who their next challengers might be. And that's it. Alright, so we start the show off with a long as fuck Battleground recap. And then we go inside the Capitol Wrestling Center and we start the show with the new and inaugural Women's North American Champion. Shockingly, she won it, and it is the resident cutie patootie, Kaylani Jordan. Looking cutie patootie. That's Melo's girlfriend, by the way. Yeah, Melo is going out with Kaylani Jordan. You lucky bastard. And that's all I gotta say about that. So she comes out, says, I'm proud of winning my first ever title in NXT. Pretty big title to win. She's the inaugural champ. She's the first one of many. She says there is no legacy to this belt, so it's up to her to establish that. And then Jada Parker comes out looking hot. She's going to be taking on Mia Yim coming up later on. And then she's like, yeah, congrats, Nick, congrats, Kaylani, but I want first shot. And then she's like, well, after I beat Mia Yim, that is. And then on cue, Mia Yim jumps her from behind, beats her up a little bit, and then Kaylani's like, I'm out of here. Got nothing to do here. So she leaves, and then that's it. We go right into match number 1. We get the referee to come out. But I gave the first segment, Kaylani's little semi-celebration, which got ruined. I gave that 2.5 out of 5 stars. And that's that. Alright, so then we go to match number 1, Mia Yim and Jada Parker. Was an match, under 10 minutes. And they brawled at the start, Jada being knocked into the corner. Then she fights out of a choke attempt, was a cannonball in the corner, then hits one wicked, sexy hip attack, knocking Mia the fuck out of the ring. As we go to break, we come back, Jada works on the arm, getting a near fall of a running shoulder block. But Mia Yim fights her way back, hits a running drop kick in the corner, then sets up a running DDT. And then Jada hits another sexy hip attack, sending Mia Yim to the outside. But this time, the OC come out, Gallows and Anderson. They know her pretty well, Miss Mia Yim, to check on her. And Park's like, no, you ain't going to do that. So she grabs a chair from underneath the ring. And looks like she was about to use it on Mia Yim. But then I think it was Carl Anderson's like, no. Grabbed it behind the referee's back. Long enough for Mia Yim to grab a fruit roll-up for the win. So Mia Yim gets the win over Jada Parker. That sucked. So I gave the match 2.5 out of 5 stars. And then after the match, Mia Yim jumps into Luke Gallows' arms and everything. So it looks like the OC are kind of like back on the same page. You got AJ back as a heel. So I don't know if Gallows and Anderson are heels. So is Mia Yim gonna turn heel now? I guess. So the OC are kind of back together on SmackDown. When Mia goes up to SmackDown, probably after next week. But, I mean, we'll see what happens with all that. And we move on. Alright, so 2.5 out of 5 stars for that. Alright, then we get a look at Gallus, Mark and Joe Coffey, and Wolfgang beating the shit out of Wesley after his match with Joe Coffey and Oba Femi for the North American title. Oba retained. So we got that. So then we see them getting beat up. And then we see British Strong Style Pete fucking Dunne Bruiserweight. And the man who has bigger quads than Randy Orton, and that's Tyler Bate, say that they're going to help Wesley. And we got a 6-man tag team match coming up later on, playa. So we got that. And we move on. Alright, then we go to Chase U in the classroom. So we have Mr. Chase, Duke Hudson, Riley, don't call me Ozzy Osbourne there, and they're yelling at Ridge Holland. This storyline is still going on. Why? Why is it still going on? It feels like Serpentico and Angelico is still going at it with Ridge Holland. They're still going at it with Great Garrison and Cole Carter and Maria Kanellis over Serpentico's mask. Still going on 7 months later. Wait, what is this? Stop! Give me something new here! But anyway, so they're arguing, and then Thea Hale comes in, the resident psycho, and then she actually curses. She's like, will everybody shut the fuck up? I'm like, whoa! Easy, take it easy. Somebody call Andrade here. Why are you so crazy, Thea? Take it easy. Take it easy. She must have smoked a bowl before coming into the classroom. Anyway, so she reminds everyone of their flaws as of late. I mean, Duke Hudson's like, oh, you lost. You lost their rage 2 weeks in a row. Then Riri doesn't say anything to her boyfriend, Riley Osborne. I guess you know why. Riley, if you get yelled at, you ain't getting no pussy. But it is what it is. So she basically exposes the other members' flaws and says Case U is all about giving chances. This is not a teachable moment, and we need to kick some ass, basically. So nobody's gonna argue with that. And then Thea Hale's got I think she has a match or something coming up. And it's like, let's go! So Thea Hale, of all people, the voice of reason in Case U these days. She's still a crazy bitch. And I don't dig that, but, I mean, I do like crazy bitches, but I don't like her. Get her far away from me. That's pretty much it. She's too young for me, bro. Nah, she's 20-something, but she's still too young for me, bro. And that's it. Alright, so I gave that weird and wacky segment 2.5 out of 5 stars. And that's it. Alright, then we go to the 6-man tag team match. Gallus taking on Wesley, Pete fucking Dunne, and Tyler Bate. If I can get my notes in order. There we go. Alright, it was a pretty good match. Another under 10-minute match, but at least this time was a little bit better. Back and forth match they went. Tyler Bate rolls over, makes the tag after he was getting beat up by Mark. Joe breaks up the tag attempt. But anyway, even though Tyler Bate rolled over, gets the tag to Wesley, who comes in like a house of fire, cleans house, and then everybody's in the ring. We got a whole bunch of dives so fast the camera missed it. Pew, 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 pew. Somebody call Kevin Dunn, we need more cuts. No, he's fired, thank God. So, it was fast, it was fierce, and if you missed it, if you blinked, you missed it. So we got that. Wesley's running meteor gets a near fall on Mark. Joe Coffey gets right back up, hits all the best for the bells, turning Wesley 360 inside out. Goes for the cover 1, 2, 3 to get the win for Gallus, who could be getting a tag team title shot pretty soon. But we'll see what happens with that. Match was pretty decent, and I gave it 3.25 out of 5 stars. And that's it. Let me move on. Alright, then we have Jada Parker talking with the Boricua gangsters of Lucius Price and Bronco Nima, and basically says, I'm gonna run Mia Yim out of NXT. How? Match? Loser leaves NXT, or she's just gonna injure her to the point where she's gone for never coming back to NXT. So like storyline written off NXT. Like, get out of here. It's my home. That's pretty much it. Alright, so we'll see what happens with that. So 2.25 out of 5 stars for that. Alright, after that we go to the resident cheerleader, Brinley Reese, who's with the other members of the Job Squad, Idris Enofe and Malik Blade, and she's not really worried about facing Wendy Choo-Choo, who's making her return, the evil version of Wendy Choo-Choo. So Brinley's like, I'm not worried about that. Let's go let's go. Come on and see me lose in about 5 minutes. So the boys are not so sure about that. But they go because, they have to. It's their job. And that's it. Alright, so I gave that 2.25 out of 5 stars. Then we get a nice video of the resident surfer girl, Sol Ruka, training for Battleground, making her gear, which looks very nice. Then showing her hit not one, but two soul snatchers. Oh, that was amazing. She should have won the title. Maybe later on she will, but that performance, very good. Very good. She's going to be a star in NXT, believe me. And that's it. Alright, so we get that. So I give that 2.5 out of 5 stars. Alright, back to the Capitol Wrestling Center we go for our, well, I guess you can say quickie match of the night, under 2 minutes. So we have Brinley Reese with Idris Enofe and Malik Blade taking on the evil version of Wendy. Choo-choo! So she comes out, different theme, still in her pajamas, but they're dark this time, like a dark blue, dark purple. Lots of makeup, kind of coming out of the Nightmare Before Christmas, so she looks like an evil clown. And I said on Twitter, she looks like a mix between Mei Ying, without the face paint, without the white paint, whatever it is, and, it's like Mei Ying and Wendy Chu just, like, did the fusion dance. You know? And somebody else on Twitter says, hey, how about Wendy Choo Choo and her new gimmick team up with Su Yung? I'm like, no, sign me up for that. I'll go with that. Wendy Choo Choo and Rosemary. I don't know about that, but we'll invite her into the prophecy for a night. Get out of here. You know, we enjoy evil people. You are a people. Come on in, the water's fine. Alright, so we got that. Alright, so this was an under 2 minute suck fest, and really, Brinley did nothing. Except for a knee to face, which Wendy's like, and that's it. Wendy wins the match with a seated Cobra clutch to basically put Brinley Reese to sleep. And that's it. But I am liking this new evil version of Wendy Choo Choo. I am very interested in this. So, Wendy Choo Choo, you know what you did? I found your performance impressive. I'm interested. So, we'll see what happens with her over the next few weeks. That's it. So, I gave the match 2.25 out of 5 stars, but her look how she looks, 3.5. But, we move on. Alright, then we get a look at Oro Menza attacking Ethan Page 3 times in the span of a couple weeks. And as a result, Ava Raine had to ban him from the building. Sucks to be you. And that's pretty much it. Alright, then we go outside in the dreaded parking lot with Byron Thaxton. So he's there with Roxanne Perez, the NXT Women's Champion, coming off her big upset win over Jordan Grace, the TNA Knockouts Champion, with a little help from Tatum Paxley and Ash by Elegance, Dana Brooke. We got that. So, she's going to give the State of the Women's Division address at the end of the show, but she's not going to tell Robbie E., who comes in, what she has to say, even though she's like, well, I'm going to call out, Stevie Turner later on says, oh, I got inside information, and that Roxy's going to call you out to the ring there, Ava. I think you might want to go out there and listen. Oh, that's what she wants. We'll get that. We move on. Alright, then we got Cody! MDK Cody. No! So he comes out. Fans are going nuts. Why not? Cody talks about his upcoming title defense against AJ Styles at the Clash in a I Quit match for the undisputed title. It says that while AJ is a lot of things, after Saturday he's gonna be a quitter. And then we get the music of whoop that trick, what? Whoop that trick, I like it, yeah. Oh yeah, man. Oh yeah, man. Okay, Booker T, calm down, you son of a bitch. Anyway. So, Trick Willie, he comes out, and he's on his way to the ring, but had to defer to Cody. They're both champions, they both had similar paths to get where they are today. And now that they have their titles, everything feels kind of different now that people are coming after them. And Trick's like, don't you feel like you're being haunted by something? Pretty much. So, Cody implies that Trick could come after his belt. Ooh, that might be interesting. But he has some business to discuss right now. So Cody says, I have been given the authority by HBK, Shawn Michaels, the Heartbreak Kid, to announce that Trick, your next challenger, will be determined next week in a 25, not 20, not even 10, 25-man battle royal, and the winner gets a title shot at you at Heatwave. But some of them entrants might be coming from different locker rooms. I'm like, are we gonna get it? Are we gonna get? Can I? I'm gonna see if I can get this up really quick. I want to hear his music. I want to hear his music. I want to hear his music. Let me play his music, please. Please let me play his music. He's so great. Oh, so woo. You gotta play his music because you know he's gonna be there next week. Well, I don't want to do that.
His name and he appears. I believe in Joe Hendry. I believe in Joe Hendry. 'Cause you love London and Paris and Tokyo, America, Scotland and Canada and
Scotland.
Mexico.
I believe in Joe Hendry. Yep. They've been kind of referencing something about Joe Hendry. I mean, the WWE TNA partnership. Can we see him next week in that Battle Royal? I mean, Cody did say other locker rooms. So we might see somebody from TNA next week. And I think if it's Joe Hendry, the roof of the Capitol Wrestling Center is going to explode. I think that rating next week might really pop her. Whoo! Joe Hendry on the show. Oh, man. Bring him, because people had signs like say his name and he will appear, and then people like say her name and I'll appear or something like that. So you're like referencing, Joe Hendry's catchphrase. So it's only a matter of time before we hear that epic theme song, and he just comes out. Everyone's like, Joe Hendry! I believe in Joe Hendry. Oh man. And imagine Joe Hendry winning the Battle Royal, going up against Trick Williams at Heatwave. The pop that he would get in Toronto. Woo! Please, I ask of you, the Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels. Bring him to NXT. Bring him to NXT. That's all I got. That's all I need. Please. I don't care if it's a one-night thing or a one pay-per-view thing. Just give me Joe Hendry next week and at the pay-per-view. I mean, we got Jordan Grace. I mean, all we need is like Joe Hendry. Maybe, I doubt it, but Moose. But, Moose will just run laps around Trick. But it is what it is. So that's next week. So, and then Trick's like, July 4th weekend's coming around. Cody, you gonna come out? You gonna come for the July 4th cookout? We could use you, So Cody's like, sure, I'll be there. Yay! Everybody's happy. Cody's gonna bring some hot dogs and some beer and some shit. Why not? Yeet! Can you feel him, sir? So we got one of those. Alright, so I gave that 3.25 out of 5 stars. So next week, we got a 25-man possible Forbidden Door-like Battle Royal to see who faces Trick Williams for the NXT title at Heatwave. Alright, so we got that. Alright, so we're about 5 minutes away from Dynamite, so we're going to go a little bit fast. That's what she said. Alright, so we're going to look back at Javon Evans brawling with Sean Spears last week. So we're going to get that match coming up later. And then we see Dante Chen in the back with Sarah Schreiber, ready to end his feud with Lexis King in a Singapore Cane match. So that's going to be brutal. Alright, we got that. Then we go to the ladies' locker room, where they're talking about Wendy Chu. And on cue, Wendy Chu comes in and scares the crap out of everybody, including Karen Petrovic. with ah! What is wrong with you? Me like to play. Whatever. Alright, so we got that. Alright, then we go to the Singapore cane match. Weapons are legal, so it's basically a hardcore match, and there was a lot of kendo sticks in that match. I don't know where they got them. They must have either got them from Singapore or they got them from the Sandman. And it's like, you know, they probably called up the Sandman and say, "Hey, Hack, we need some Singapore canes down in Florida. Can you send some?" And you know, the Sandman's like, "Yeah, I got a whole bunch in my storage closet. Let me go to the storage facility and get a bunch out for you. I'll send about 100 down there. Why not?" Alright, so this is brutal. 6.5 minutes. Dante Chen's back looked like chopped liver. Ugh. And there was a point, like, Dante Chen's, like, beating the living shit out of Lexis King with the freaking cane, and, like, splinters are going everywhere. One almost hit freaking Booker T in the head. And Vic Joe's like, "Hey, get out, watch out, Booker! It's coming from everywhere!" That was weird. I'm like, calm down, Dante. Jeez. Anyway, so eventually, Lexus gets in some shots with his own cane, you know, his scepter, and then he hits the coronation with that 1, 2, 3 to get the win, to kind of, you know, get some revenge for the last 2 matches they had. So, Lexus King gets the win in 6.5 minutes, and that's it. Alright, so, blah, 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 blah. And they gave it 2.5 out of 5 stars. Alright, then we go to the back where we see Cody once again. He runs into the lovely Jasmine Nix. And another hottie, JC Jane, still with her mask on, who looks like Batman. I gotta change the channel now. Back to Dynamite. Okay, about 2 minutes away. So they're there, and then Cody has a bag, and he goes inside his bag, and he pulls out his undashing mask that he wore in 2011, gives it to Casey as a present to kind of, you know, protect her nose even more. So Jasmine, like, they look at him like, "Oh my god." And then Jasmine's like, "That's dashing." I liked it. That was pretty nice. And then she wears it near the end of the show. So she has 2 masks on. So we got that. Alright, so I gave that 2.25 out of 5 stars. Then we get another vignette promo from Nightwolf himself, Eddie Thorpe, ready to fight again after a long time of some healing. Don't care. He's going to be taking on Tavian Heights in a filler match coming up. But before we get to that, we see Mia Yim leaving Ava Rain's office, tells Gallows and Anderson that she's the first challenger for Kehlani Jordan's women's North American title match, and that is next week. Okay, so we got that. Should be an interesting match. Not that she's going to win the belt, but... And we move on. Alright, then we go to ringside, and we see Vic Joseph and Booker T. They're talking about that, and then all of a sudden, Vic Joseph's like, "Ah!" And then we see, briefly, Brooks Jensen, like, attack him again, and then, like, the camera starts, like, shaking a little bit, and, they don't say anything, and Booker just, like looks on, like, what the fuck? I mean, you're not gonna protect him, Booker? You need another guy to go to NXT, you know, hit me up on Twitter. I'll go down to Florida. I'll do NXT. You don't need Vic Joseph anymore. You don't go be with his wife, Mackenzie Mitchell. I mean, you don't need him. I'll do it. I'll take one for the team. You know, just hire me. Shawn Michaels, I'm still waiting. Nick Catman and, Hunter, of course. We got that. Oh, it's time to dance, by the way. I know, AEW's on, but we gotta dance now, because Swerve is here, like AEW champ. Come on, Nana. It's time to dance. Let's do it. 1, 2, 3. Okay, that's not that. So, probably get copyrighted from Tony Khan. I don't give a shit. But Swerve is here, in his street clothes. Probably gonna be talking about Will Oceanspray, his opponent at Forbidden Door for the AEW World Title. Maybe talk a little bit about some guy that came back last week, MJF. We'll see what happens with that. Alright, back to NXT we go before we end this shindig. Alright, so Mia Yim and Kaylani Jordan next week for the Women's North American title. And then Vic Joseph almost gets, gets beaten up by Brooks Jensen. And then Booker T's just, like, not doing anything. Just looks. I'm like, I don't know what's going on here, man. So I think they're doing, like, a Jensen might come back thing. I don't know. I don't know what's going on with that whole thing. We get that. Alright, then we go to Eddie Thorpe and Tavion Heights. You know, I haven't seen Tavion Heights in a while. Pretty decent match. 4-minute match. Eddie Thorpe wins with the implant DDT. So Eddie Thorpe, Carl Fredericks, gets the win. Didn't really care for the match that much. 2.5 out of 5 stars. Excuse me. And that's pretty much it. And we move on. Alright, then we have Pete fucking Dunne and Tyler Bate. Actually, take that back. We don't see them yet. We have Catchpoint 3.0 of Damon Kemp, Mr. Regal's son Charlie Dempsey, and the resident Waterboy, Miles Bourne. They're kind of impressed with Tavion Heights. Charlie Dempsey's like, tells Miles Bourne to go get him. So they might be getting a new member, kind of, to fill the hole for Drew Gulak, who got released about a month ago. So Damon's not too sure about that. So then Mr. Eagle's son, Charlie Dempsey, says, I don't need you losing 2 straight to Tony D over the Heritage Cup. And then Miles like, wow. So that's that. So looks like Tavion Heights might be joining Catchpoint 3.0. We'll see what happens with that. Alright, we move on. Alright, then, like I said, we have Stevie Turner, looking hot as always, interrupts Ava Raine and Robbie E. Saying that Roxy's gonna demand an apology from her coming up. And Ava's like, I'm not impressed. But I'll go to the ring anyway. So let's talk about, Swerve's talking about Oceanspray last year, basically killing Kenny Omega in that epic match that was last year at Forbidden Door. And you know this year's gonna be amazing too. So we got that. Alright, move on. Alright, then we go to Shawn Spears and Javon Evans. Pretty good match, under 10 minutes match. 6 spot where Javon goes for a dive onto the announce table, and he missed and hit the edge of the announce table, ribs first. That had to hurt. And then Spears brings him in, hits the C4, and gets the win. And match was decent, 3.25 out of 5 stars. And then we see Javon Evans might have some internal injuries because he was bleeding from his mouth. Blood, motherfuckers! So we got that. Well, pretty good match. We got that. Alright, then we have my cousin. Get it, Gus. Hey, Gus. Come here for a second. My legit cousin Tony D'Angelo, who gets you a Chicken Bomb Hero, well, gets me a Chicken Bomb Hero for $2. You get it for $9.50 with a Coke. Well, I'm sorry, Pepsi, whatever you want. But anyway, so him and Stax, Channing Stax Lorenzo, the resident consigliere, that is Okada, and the Bucks, and Jack Perry, the Elite, come out. So we got that. Anyway. So Tony D interrupts the Catchpoint 3.0, and A-Kid and Ben Frazier. Tony D and the family are not impressed, but Ben Frazier seems interested in getting the Heritage Cup back, and then A-Kid reminds him that they're still the tag team champs, and then Ben Frazier looks like he wants more gold. I want more gold, like gold member. So we'll see what happens with that. And that's it. Alright, then we have Cody in the back. He runs into Shawn Spears, Ethan Page, and Lexis King for a little AEW reunion circa 2021. I thought that was kind of interesting. And all of them are saying that they're going to be in the Battle Royal next week. And Cody's like, you guys seem you're in a good place. Meaning NXT. And everybody's like, where's Ricky Starks? Next week? I mean, we don't know about his contract right now, but... Alright, Nick Jackson, calm down. We get that. Alright, then we go to the end of the night. Roxanne Perez comes out, brags about the women's title, saying, you know, I promised I retained the belt, and I did what I always do, and that's win. So then Ava Raine comes out, and she wants Ava to come out and apologize, but she comes out, and is like, I'm not going to apologize to you. It's like, I know what you're trying to do here. And then Jasmine Nix and Casey Jane come out saying, hold on a second. Casey's has been a star for a lot longer than Roxy. And then Last Legend, get shit done. And the lovely Jakara, Miss Jackson if you're nasty. Oh, I like to be that cream in that fucking Oreo cookie. Anyway, they come in, talk some shit. What they've been doing lately, you know, with Metaphor and everything, with Noam Dar being on the shelf and Menza being kicked out and Lash and Trick, the whole saga that is. So that's that. So they talk some shit. And then Luna Faisese coming off her big win at NXT Underground over Shayna Baszler. She comes out looking hot. Says my fists don't lie, but yeah, your hips don't either. So she brags about her win at Battleground. And she's like, she wants a title shot. And then Jakara Jackson says something, you know, some snide remark to Lola, and then Lola just, like, throws down the mic, kicks Jakara Jackson right in the face, knocks her out, then a huge "get free" happens, and in the end, Roxy and Lola team up to clear the ring, and then Roxy's holding her title, and then you see, like, Lola, like, looking, you know, she has a side eye over the NXT Women's Championship. So I thought there was going to be in the men, a battle royal to see who faces Roxy at Heatwave, because Julia might not be ready yet, even though she had surgery, she's cleared to wrestle. She will be facing off against Saray at some event in Japan the week after. I think it's July the 13th in Japan, for this miracle event in Japan, where Io is going to be taking on, Uetami, I think her name is. That's going to be epic. What the hell? Oh, Nana threw the shoes out! That was kind of like, whoop! So, the Bucks, somebody threw a pair of the Bucks' new shoes into the audience, so, you know, lucky fans get a free pair of shoes. And Tony Storm wasn't there. Oh, looks like we're gonna get a fight between Swerve and the Elite. 4-on-1 beatdown. Who's coming out now? Oh, it's the Acclaimed. So, alright, so we have Max Caster, Anthony Bowens, and Daddy Ass Billy Gunn coming out. And I guess we're gonna get an 8-man, well, we got a 6-man tag team match player, because Jack Perry is in a match with Dustin Rhodes later on. And now, here comes Christopher Daniels, you know, the resident, Tony Khan's lackey, you know, Mr. Adam Pearce of the AEW. So, Daniels is basically, you know, hyping up the event. So, he's like, the opening contest is going to be Jack Perry and Dustin Rhodes for to see who goes to Forbidden Door in the ladder match. So he orders Jack Perry to go to the back right this instant. Well, actually, Jack Perry has to fight in his street clothes against Dustin Rhodes. And he tells the Bucks and Okada to get to the back real quick. And same thing for Swerve and Nana. So that was a pretty interesting, you know, first 11 minutes of the show. So we'll see what happens with all that later on. So Dustin Rhodes versus Jack Perry to see who goes a Forbidden Door to join Takeshita. And who else joined? I think it was I forget who else. I know it's Takeshita, and I think it was last week too. I forgot. We'll probably find out later. But I know Takeshita's in it. And I think it's Ray Phoenix. It's not Pentagon. I think it's Ray Phoenix. I could be wrong on that. But anyway, so we'll see what happens with all that later on tonight in the show. And that's it. Alright, so as far as NXT goes, we'll have to see what happens with the lovely ladies of NXT. And who is going to be Roxy's next opponent at Heatwave, because it may or may not be Julia, who, like I said, is going to be facing off against Saray at the July 13th Miracle Show in Japan, because Japan is number one, and Io will be facing off against Uetami there as well. So it's going to be like a Miracle Dream match. So we got that. So if Julia is not ready for that, I would think probably by sometime maybe July or August, there might be like an NXT type event on TV, and we can see Julia make her debut on NXT TV, challenge Roxy to a title match on NXT TV, unless there's going to be another event maybe in August, which I doubt, or maybe September. Probably be way before Halloween Havoc, I think. But we'll see what happens with that. So I think Roxy will face somebody on the roster. Don't know who, but we'll see. And then Julia's going to be coming around and get that title. So by the end of the year, Julia will probably be the champ. That's a definite, but we know that. And then we'll see what happens with Trick Willie next week and who his challenger might be for Heatwave. Could be a guy from TNA, could be Joe Hendry, could be Moose, could be somebody else. Could be a guy on Raw, SmackDown, or NXT. Could be anybody. Ooh, Dustin Rhodes is busted wide open. Oh, so we got a lot of blood motherfuckers. As I think Dustin got DDT'd or something on the exposed concrete. Ow. So that had to hurt. Alright, so we got all that. And hold on, Mark. Alright, so that is it for NXT for last night. I gave it, what did I give it? 7.25 out of 10 stars. I thought it was a pretty good show. There were bits and pieces that are kind of like, meh. But still, pretty decent show, even with Cody on it. And that's pretty much it. Let me know what you guys thought of the show down below in the comments section. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and my other channels as well. Show your love and support. Hit the bell to get more on all my channels. And follow me on social media. I am going to be live tweeting with Dynamite coming up. And pretty much it. So, and I will be back later tonight with maybe one, maybe two videos on my Metal God channel. And once again, here on the Peter Joseph channel with your AEW review. And over on my Metal God channel, my Rest in Peace tribute video to Jerry West, the Logo Man. You know, from the NBA. The NBA legend. And that's pretty much it. So stay tuned for that. Stay tuned for that. Hit the bell on those respective channels so you don't miss it. Because if you do, you're pretty much SOL. You know what that means. And that's pretty much it. Alright, everyone, have a great rest of your Wednesday evening and Wednesday night. And I'll be back later with one or maybe two videos. We'll see what happens with that. But until next time, if you're not down with that, well, you're a fuckboy. And you're pretty much SOL too, because if you're not down with the Purge, the Prophecy, and everything else, because we're better than you and you fucking know it, baby. If you're not down with that, well, fuck you, man. And that's it. See you guys later. But until next time, peace.